Hello, and a very warm welcome to Top 15 Video. Our planet, a sphere of breathtaking blue and green, is home to a staggering diversity of life. We often think we have seen it all, from the majestic lion on the savannah to the soaring eagle in the sky. But in the hidden corners of our world, in the deepest oceans and the densest jungles, there exist creatures so peculiar, so utterly strange, that they seem to have sprung from the pages of mythology or science fiction. These are the marvels of evolution, the survivors of millennia, each with a unique story to tell. Today, we're embarking on a remarkable journey to meet some of these extraordinary beings. We're counting down the top 15 strangest animals ever discovered. This is not merely a list, it is a celebration of nature's boundless imagination. From see-through frogs that reveal the very workings of their bodies to the real-life unicorn of the sea, you won't believe these creatures actually exist. Each one is a testament to the endless, intricate, and often baffling process of adaptation. As we venture through this gallery of natural wonders, I invite you to consider the sheer improbability of it all. Which of these remarkable animals do you think will claim the coveted #1 spot? The competition is fierce, filled with contenders that defy our very understanding of what an animal can be. Let us begin our exploration into the weird and wonderful. Let the countdown commence. Number 15 is the axolotl. This creature, often affectionately called the walking fish, is not a fish at all, but a salamander with a most unusual life story. Native to the lakes near Mexico City, the axolotl lives its entire life in a larval state, a phenomenon known as neoteny. It retains its feathery external gills and an aquatic lifestyle even as an adult, forever resembling a juvenile. Its charming, almost cartoonish face, with its lidless eyes and slight permanent smile, has made it a popular curiosity. But beneath this endearing exterior lies a biological marvel. The axolotl possesses an almost supernatural ability for regeneration. It can regrow not just its limbs, but also more complex parts of its body, portions of its spinal cord, and even its brain, without any scarring. This incredible feat has made it a subject of intense scientific study, as researchers hope to unlock the secrets of its regenerative prowess for human medicine. Sadly, this extraordinary animal is critically endangered in the wild. The ancient lakes it once thrived in have been largely drained and polluted, pushing the wild axolotl to the brink of extinction. At number 14, we have the blobfish. This creature has earned a rather unfortunate reputation, once voted the world's ugliest animal. But this title is profoundly unfair, a consequence of judging a creature outside of its natural element. In its home, thousands of feet below the ocean surface, the blobfish looks entirely different. It is a master of adaptation, perfectly sculpted for a life under immense crushing pressure where bones would be a liability. Down in the abyssal zone, at depths of 2,000 to 4,000 feet, the water pressure is over 100 times greater than at the surface. Here, the blobfish, with a body density just slightly less than water, thrives. Its gelatinous flesh is precisely what allows it to maintain its form and float effortlessly just above the seafloor. Instead of actively hunting, the blobfish is a model of energy conservation. It drifts patiently, an ambush predator of the deep, waiting for unsuspecting crustaceans, mollusks, or other small edible matter to come near. Number 13 is the aye-aye. Found only on the island of Madagascar, this primate is a creature of the night, one of the most peculiar-looking mammals on the planet. With its bushy tail, rodent-like incisors that never stop growing, and enormous sensitive ears, it looks like a gremlin brought to life. But it is its hands that are truly extraordinary, particularly one finger that sets it apart from all other primates. Evolved to fill a niche similar to that of a woodpecker, it uses a method called percussive foraging, tapping rapidly on tree branches up to 8 times per second. It listens intently with its large, swiveling ears for the hollow sounds that betray the presence of insect larvae burrowed within the wood. Once a grub is located, the aye-aye uses its powerful, ever-growing front teeth to gnaw a hole into the wood. Then comes the master stroke. It inserts its third finger into the hole and extracts its meal. This unique appearance and nocturnal habit have unfortunately led to local superstition, where the aye-aye is often seen as a harbinger of bad luck. This, combined with habitat loss, has made the species endangered. At number 12, it's the narwhal. In the icy, unforgiving waters of the Arctic lives a creature that has fueled legends for centuries. The narwhal, a medium-sized whale, is most famous for a single, extraordinary feature that earned it the nickname Unicorn of the Sea. This is, of course, its magnificent tusk, not a horn at all, but a single, elongated canine tooth that can grow up to 10 feet long. For a long time, its purpose was a mystery. Was it for fighting? For breaking through sea ice? For spearing fish? But recent science found something more fascinating. The tusk is a sensory organ. It's porous, filled with millions of nerve endings connecting directly to the brain. That lets the narwhal detect water temperature, pressure, and, most importantly, salinity, helping it find food and navigate. It can taste the water, gathering info on fish locations and sea ice formation. They travel in pods, communicating with clicks, whistles, and squeals. They're deep divers, plunging to nearly 5,000 feet for prey: halibut, cod, squid. Number 11 is the red-lipped batfish. In the deep waters surrounding the Galapagos Islands, there is a fish that seems to have completely misunderstood its job description. The red-lipped batfish is a truly bizarre sight. Its body is flattened, adapted for a life on the ocean floor, but its most striking feature is, without a doubt, its mouth. It appears to be wearing a thick, vibrant coat of red lipstick, a feature whose purpose remains a subject of scientific speculation, possibly related to species recognition or mating displays. But the oddities do not end with its pout. This fish is a terrible swimmer. Instead of gliding gracefully through the water column, the red-lipped batfish uses its pectoral and pelvic fins as leg-like appendages to walk along the sandy seafloor. Perched on its head is another strange feature, a fleshy, modified dorsal fin spine known as an elysium, thought to function as a chemical lure to attract small fish, crabs, and mollusks. To see one is to witness a creature that seems to be in the midst of an evolutionary transition, caught between swimming and walking, between the life of a typical fish and something else entirely. At number 10, we have the saiga antelope. This creature looks as though it has wandered straight out of a prehistoric landscape. Roaming the vast, semi-arid steppes of Central Asia, the saiga is immediately recognizable by its most prominent feature: a large, fleshy, incredibly flexible nose, or proboscis, that droops over its mouth. This strange-looking snout is far from a mere cosmetic quirk. It is a vital and highly sophisticated piece of survival equipment. During the scorching summer months, the saiga's enormous nose acts as an air conditioner. In the brutal, freezing winters, this same organ warms the frigid air before it can cause damage. It's a built-in, all-weather climate control system. They are living relics, having shared the plains with woolly mammoths and saber-toothed cats during the last ice age. Their continued existence is a testament to their incredible resilience. Once numbering in the millions, their populations have been decimated by poaching and mysterious diseases that can wipe out tens of thousands in weeks. Conservation efforts are in a desperate race against time. At number 9, named after the famous Disney flying elephant, this charming creature of the deep is immediately endearing. The name comes from the two large, ear-like fins that protrude from the sides of its head, or mantle. Unlike other octopuses that use jet propulsion, the Dumbo octopus flaps these fins to glide through the water. It looks for all the world like a small elephant soaring through the abyss. These are among the deepest living octopuses, in the abyssal zone, at depths of 10,000 to 13,000 feet, where near-freezing water and sunlight has never penetrated. The Dumbo octopus hovers just above the sea floor, its 8 webbed arms spread out like a skirt, searching for small crustaceans, worms, and other invertebrates that live in the mud. Unlike its shallow-water cousins, the Dumbo octopus lacks an ink sac. In the perpetual darkness of its habitat, creating a cloud of ink would be utterly useless. One of the most fascinating aspects of its behavior is how it eats. It doesn't tear its prey apart with a beak as other octopuses do. Instead, it envelops its prey within its webbed arms and simply swallows it whole. At number 8, standing motionless in the swamps of tropical East Africa, this bird is a truly imposing and prehistoric sight. It can stand up to 5 feet tall, but it is the head that commands one's full attention. The shoebill is named for its enormous clog-shaped beak, which ends in a sharp curved nail, giving it an almost reptilian quality. This massive beak is not just for show, it is a lethal weapon. The shoebill is a patient and deadly hunter, specializing in large prey like lungfish, eels, and baby crocodiles. It will stand perfectly still for hours, a gray statue amidst the reeds. When it strikes, it is a moment of sudden explosive violence. The bird lunges forward, its powerful neck muscles driving the huge beak into the water. The sheer force of the impact is enough to stun or kill the prey outright. They also engage in a strange greeting behavior, bowing to each other and making a loud machine gun-like clattering noise with their bills. Number 7 is the leafy sea dragon. Off the southern and western coasts of Australia lives a fish so exquisitely camouflaged it seems to be part of the seaweed itself. A close relative of the seahorse, but it has taken camouflage to a new level. Its body is adorned with leaf-like appendages that mimic floating kelp. Every part seems designed to disappear. It moves not by paddling with those lobes, but with two tiny, almost invisible fins, one on its back, one on its neck, that ripple gently to propel it. The movement is so subtle it looks like drifting seaweed. Like seahorses, it has a fused jaw and feeds by sucking in small crustaceans, mysid shrimps, through its long pipe-like snout. It must hunt constantly, consuming thousands daily. Perhaps most remarkably, parenting roles are reversed. The male carries the eggs. The female lays bright pink eggs onto a brood patch under his tail. He carries and protects them for weeks, until they hatch into miniature replicas. At number 6, we have the kakapo. New Zealand, an isolated land of evolutionary oddities, is home to one of the world's most unusual and charming birds. The kakapo is a parrot, but it is unlike any other. It's the world's only flightless parrot, the heaviest parrot, and it's nocturnal. With its mossy green feathers, it's perfectly camouflaged for a life on the forest floor. Having evolved in an environment with no native land predators, the kakapo had no need for flight. Instead, it developed strong legs for walking and climbing. It is an accomplished hiker, capable of trekking several kilometers in a single night. The kakapo is also one of the longest living birds in the world, with a potential lifespan of over 90 years. However, this longevity is paired with a very slow breeding cycle. They only breed every 2 to 4 years, coinciding with the mass fruiting of certain trees. Tragically, the arrival of humans and their introduced predators, stoats, cats, rats, was catastrophic for the flightless kakapo. By the 1990s, only around 50 individuals remained. An intensive and world-renowned conservation effort has since been underway, and every single bird is now monitored, managed, and protected. The story of the kakapo is one of vulnerability, but also incredible hope and human dedication. Number 5 is the pangolin. Found in Asia and Africa, it looks like a walking pine cone or honestly a tiny scaly dragon. It is the only mammal in the world to be covered from head to toe in large overlapping scales made of keratin, the same protein that makes up our own hair and fingernails. These scales are not just for show, they are a formidable suit of armor. When threatened, the pangolin's primary defense is to roll itself into a tight, impenetrable ball. With its face tucked under its tail and its sharp-edged scales protecting its entire body, it becomes almost impossible for a predator, even a lion or a tiger, to attack it. Pangolins are nocturnal and have very poor eyesight. They rely on their highly developed sense of smell to navigate and find food. They are insectivores, with a particular taste for ants and termites. Using their powerful front claws, they can rip open nests and mounds with surprising force. Then, they use their astonishingly long, sticky tongue, which when fully extended, can be longer than their own body, to lap up the insects. The tongue is so long that it is anchored not in the mouth, but deep in the chest cavity. Despite its brilliant defenses, the pangolin is facing a silent extinction. It is, tragically, the most illegally trafficked mammal in the world. Its scales are used in traditional medicine, and its meat is considered a delicacy in some cultures. This immense demand has pushed all 8 species of pangolin towards extinction. At number 4, it's the tardigrade. In the microscopic world, there exists a creature so resilient, so unbelievably tough, that it borders on science fiction. The tardigrade, also known as the water bear or moss piglet, is a tiny 8-legged invertebrate. usually less than a millimeter long. Under a microscope, it looks like a microscopic bear, lumbering along on its stubby legs. The tardigrade's secret to survival is a state of suspended animation called cryptobiosis. When faced with extreme environmental conditions, it can enter a dehydrated state known as a ton, retracting its legs, losing more than 95% of its body's water. In this state, it can withstand conditions that would be instantly lethal to almost any other living thing. Just how extreme? Tardigrades have been shown to survive temperatures from just above absolute zero to well above the boiling point of water. Most astonishingly, they can survive the vacuum of outer space. In 2007, tardigrades were taken into low Earth orbit and exposed directly to the vacuum and solar radiation of space for 10 days. Upon their return and rehydration, many not only survived but also went on to reproduce successfully. They are found everywhere on Earth, from the highest mountains to the deep sea, tropical rainforests to the Antarctic ice. The tardigrade redefines the limits of life, a humble water bear that is, for all intents and purposes, nearly indestructible. Number 3 is the Yeti crab. Back in 2005, scientists exploring hydrothermal vents deep in the South Pacific discovered a creature so strange it warranted a whole new biological family. Officially named Kiwa hirsuta, it was quickly nicknamed the Yeti crab. Its most striking feature, claws and legs covered in long, silky, hair-like bristles called setae, giving it a fluffy, Yeti-like look. It lives clustered around deep-sea hydrothermal vents that spew a toxic cocktail, superheated water, and chemicals like hydrogen sulfide. It's completely blind in total darkness. But what lives on its hairy arms is truly wild. Those bristles aren't for warmth or just for show. They're gardens. The setae host vast colonies of filamentous bacteria. The crab has a symbiotic relationship with them. Researchers believe the crab actually farms the bacteria, waving its claws through chemical-rich vent water to give bacteria the nutrients they need to grow. The crab may then feed on them, scraping bacteria off with comb-like mouthparts. A life in a perpetual chemical bath, a self-sustaining farmer in darkness. This opened new understanding of life thriving via chemosynthesis rather than photosynthesis. The Yeti crab is a testament to life's ingenuity, a fluffy-armed pioneer building its own ecosystem on the edge of a volcanic vent. At number 2, we have the glass frog. Deep in the humid cloud forests of Central and South America lives a small frog with a remarkable secret. From above, it looks just like a typical, vibrant, lime-green tree frog, perfectly camouflaged against the leaves it calls home. But if you were to turn it over, you'd be treated to an extraordinary sight. The skin on its belly is completely transparent. Through this window into its anatomy, you can see its internal organs with just astonishing clarity. The heart can be seen beating. You can watch blood pumping through arteries. You can even see food digesting in the stomach. And in females, you can spot the eggs. This transparency is a unique form of camouflage. When the frog rests on a leaf, light passes right through its body, blurring the edges of its silhouette. That makes it much harder for predators like snakes and birds to spot. These are nocturnal creatures, spending their days motionless on the underside of leaves overhanging streams. At night, they become active, hunting for insects. Their life cycle is closely tied to water. The female lays eggs on a leaf above a flowing stream, and males guard eggs until they hatch. And now, at number 1, the goblin shark. This feels like a creature from a prehistoric nightmare, a rare deep-sea shark, often called a living fossil. It's the only surviving member of a family dating back 125 million years. Its appearance is utterly alien, a ghostly pinkish flabby body, a long flattened blade-like snout, and a jaw that does something truly terrifying. It roams the deep, dark continental slopes at depths over 4,000 feet. Its snout is studded with ampullae of Lorenzini. Those sensors detect faint electrical fields. In the pitch-black abyss, eyes are often useless, so it sweeps its snout like a metal detector across the seabed. When it detects prey, hidden fish, squid, crustaceans, it unleashes its most spectacular feature. Its jaws aren't fixed like other sharks. They're highly protrusible. In a fraction of a second, it catapults the whole jaw forward, almost to the end of its snout, snatching prey. This lightning-fast slingshot is unique among sharks. Then the jaws retract into that ghoulish resting position. Sightings are incredibly rare. Most knowledge comes from accidental deep-sea net catches. Every specimen is a precious study opportunity. That ghostly pink color, that blade-like snout, that jaw-dropping hunting technique, a relic from a lost world, a true monster of the deep, and our #1 strangest animal ever discovered. And there we have it. 15 of the most bizarre, fascinating, and utterly strange creatures that share our planet. From the regenerating axolotl to the nightmarish jaws of the goblin shark, each one is a testament to the incredible and often bewildering power of evolution. Our journey has taken us from the highest mountains to the deepest sea vents, reminding us that there are still so many wonders left to discover. The world is so much stranger and more magnificent than we can possibly imagine, filled with life forms that challenge our understanding of what is possible. Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of the weird and wonderful. We hope you've been as amazed as we are by the sheer diversity of life on Earth. If you enjoyed this countdown and want to see more incredible content about the natural world, please take a moment to like this video, and more importantly, subscribe to the Top 15 video channel. Your support allows us to continue bringing these extraordinary stories to you. We are left with so many questions and a profound sense of awe. Which of these creatures did you find the most mind-blowing? Was our #1 what you expected? Let us know your favorite strange animal in the comments below. And if there are any other topics you'd like us to explore in a future video, we would love to hear your suggestions. Until next time, keep looking at the world with wonder.